Now, for some discussions, Calvin Dark is joining us from Washington, D.C. He's the principal and also co-founder of the RC Communications, a public relations firm that provides strategic marketing and communications service. Welcome to Global Watch, Mr. Dark. Well, Donald Trump claimed that the mail-in voting will lead to voter fraud and would help Democrats but not Republicans. Why would that be the case? Why would Democrats be helped instead of Republicans?
Well, the first thing is that's not even true. Donald Trump has been, parroting this claim that mail-in voting that is rife with fraud, and there's just no evidence of it for Republicans or Democrats. But the good thing is about Donald Trump is that you never have to guess. You'd never have to speak in code. He's been very clear about why he's doing this. He knows that most of the elections in my lifetime have been really close, and that if there is a close election, he's already sowing the seeds of doubt in case he shows up that he's losing. And also, he is trying to emphasize to his supporters, because they're seeing the polls, in every poll almost, that Donald Trump is woefully behind Joe Biden. He wants to sow distrust in them of the media, of democratically run voting apparatuses around this country, just so he can protect himself against the loss.
Right. Well, now we're seeing U.S. Postal Service making a U-turn and has put back on its controversial measures already. But do you think voter suppression is still a possibility in the U.S. presidential election?
Most definitely. And I just want to point out that while what was attempted with the Postal Service, which thankfully, because of a free press, they were able to hound it so much that it got the attention needed. But that wasn't even the beginning of the tip of the iceberg. Unfortunately, in this country, because our elections are so are done at the local and state level, there are so many ways of voter suppression going on, removing polling places in minority neighborhoods, taking away early voting days, sending out confusing voter information. So while I'm glad that the Postal Service has recognized its error and is trying to fix it, there are so many more efforts of voter suppression going on all over this country.
Then in that case, based on what you said, do you think the U.S. image of the global image of being one of the oldest democracies in the world will be harmed in any way?
Well, now, I don't think that President Trump or me or any one person is strong enough to really damage our democracy, because I believe it is strong and I believe it is the best in the world. But whenever you talk about that image, that's a different story. Unfortunately, the image that Donald Trump has portrayed of this country and how he wants democracy to work, more like an autocracy, does really ruin our image. But I'm a firm believer, and I'm optimistic, that it is not ruined beyond repair. So I don't think our democracy is going to suffer, but I do think our image will have to be rebuilt by whoever is in the White House in the next year or the next 4 years.
Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Calvin Dark. Joining us from Washington, D.C., he's the principal and co-founder of RC Communications. Thank you very much for your insight.